All right, GM everyone, happy Friday. Hope you guys are having a great start to your day so far. Thank you for taking time to dial in. Today is a very special day. It seems a lot of exciting things are happening just right at this exact time. And as the Monkey Town Hall is happening, we also have the amazing Roaring Kitty live stream happening as well. So this is kind of doing a public service announcement to everyone and understanding the profile of our amazing monkey audience. One would not be surprised at all how the love would be shared across multiple platforms and channels. And to all of you who are streaming it, kind of a side-by-side MonkeDAO Town Hall, hope your computer is handling it fine, or laptop or whatever. And hopefully you can still get to know both sides, everything that is important and critical for your trades especially. Appreciate you taking the time, and to the 50 of you, well, a little bit more since we have Cheap here, TD77 is also on the stage. Well, 56, 7 of you who decided to still join us live. Really appreciate you. And to our folks who are listening to this on record, we hope you had a great live stream there, or any other spaces that you may be participating in right now. And yes, there's a couple of other calls happening as well. Bang's birthday party, it seems, and a Jupe call, the planetary call. All right, so without further delay, let's get it going. We try to keep it short so that you can quickly jump onto the Roaring Kitty live stream as quickly as possible. Roaring Kitty, oh yeah, I was about to read this out, and then I realized the third word would be criminal to read this out, especially if this is on record. That is a little bit tricky. All right, so as we promised, let's dive right straight into the newsletter. Let's see. Banana Split. This is the 121st edition, and needless to say, I kind of like that comment, but I will not read that out. This is a NSFW indeed. Banana Split 121st edition featuring our monkeys at Island Down. They had a couple of great brunch. Shout out to our fellow monkeys who continue to show up in strength and numbers. I heard, fellow monkeys had a great time. Simon is there himself reporting live, sharing a lot of amazing content. And so that is the Island Down monkeys. And I'm sure there's not all the monkeys there. There are a couple of monkeys who are not captured as well. Check out the monkey content if you haven't. Cersei helps us post it on the Twitter quite actively as well. All right. As we shared earlier, the wrap up for the month of May was also shared in last week's town hall. As we kind of like went on the public town hall earlier, there is a lot of pointers that we discussed briefly last week. The local chapters, the activation across Southeast Asia, bank account, etc. Since we already discussed this last week on town hall, we will not run through it again. But if you guys are interested and you have missed it or something like that, feel free to go check out. That's the whole rundown there that you will need to know. All right. And this week, as much as we have a lot of exciting things happening, Roaring Kitty, a couple of other spaces, this is also a pretty special week for us, a small mini milestone, I want to say, kind of undersell a little bit, because we announced the Banana Stand roadmap. And this will be led by Moonsettler. He will come up and share with us a little bit more later. So I don't want to sort of spill the banana out of the bag just yet. So hold your monkeys right now. Let Moonsettler come up and share with us a little bit about this later. And he ends off his post with Viva la Monkeys. And the roadmap is also attached there if you guys want to refer to. But Moonsettler will come up and run through that with us. I'm very distracted. I'm just using my laptop, no big screen today. So I'm like toggling between one window and another. So pardon me if, I'm trying to read through multiple comments. All right. Governance updates, historic votes, conversations and decisions revisited. This are some of the votes that took place, barrel allocation, etc. And there was also a vote proposal that went up that had surprisingly a lot of amazing turnout. Shout out to DJ and Donkey for putting that together. We will have Anjas Mas come on and share with us a little bit on that later on as well. Reminder, Town Hall TLDR, it is definitely not compulsory for you to join Town Hall Live, but folks who do so, remember that banana is captured and know that we're doing a lot of work, putting in a lot of work into the banana stand. So expect it to be even more comprehensive. And if you join Town Hall Live, you do get the bananas as well. All right, so Town Hall TLDR, if you are not able to join us live, there's always the option to catch up on recording, point form, and whatnot. Come into our Discord, use the command !Town Hall TLDR. You'll get everything that you need to know in point form. And also, we do have the recording, which is recorded live on our YouTube, and they are usually uploaded around 12 hours after the Town Hall has ended, and that is also another option for you. So Monkey IRL events, Island DAO, Solana Light. So Solana 9, this is happening in GM, Vietnam, happening right tomorrow. So C and I are in town. We had the honor to meet a couple of amazing monkeys here for the first time as well. Shout out to Dom, our amazing monkey artist. Not sure if he's in the town hall. Oh yes, I see you, Dom. Yes, we met Dom for the very first time. It's a very kind monkey, both in person and also, on Discord as well. Dom, it was such a pleasure. Tomorrow, that event, we expect more monkeys to come together. So just a reminder, if you're in town, let us know. We're more than happy to, hook you up. And yes, Cersei and I, we are in Vietnam, and she took a photo, kind of like the dogs and not dogs version, whichever you like. Vancouver, June 10, Vancouver, June 12. There's also 2 events happening during the period. Singapore, there's a community mixer, Startup Village, Solana Apex Summit. This is increasingly getting really heated. A lot of amazing lineup of folks participating. I last heard there's around 1,200 applicants already. I'm sure the team is getting, a very, interestingly challenging time to try to screen through everyone and ensure everyone get approved as much as possible. So if you guys are around the area, highly encourage you to participate. MonkeDAO is hosting an event with our fellow partners. We are getting ready to put out the Luma. We just confirmed the location today for the side event for Solana Apex Summit. It's going to be a really sick place, kind of a little bit of a poolside option if you do prefer that sort of ambience. So that's that option for you. It's going to be a pretty fun evening, so feel free to come join us. London Hacker House is happening as well. Solana Summer Camp. And onward to our favorite part of every town hall, which is the Monkey on Twitter. A lot of amazing content. So Big Brain continues to scout for amazing value buys out in the market, just hunting for things that he really like. Clean grow monkeys as always. And a lot of folks as well flashing their monkeys, flexing their monkeys. Always nice to see. Gen 3, Gen 2, both are amazing. We did sort of collected our caps today that we produced. We're in Monkey Camp. For some of us who are in town, very quickly, you'll be able to get it really soon. And yeah, feel free to go check it out. A lot of amazing content. And shout out to, all our monkeys who, always put out amazing content for us to be able to feature. So feel free to let us know if you are putting out content. We'll be more than happy to highlight it. All right. All right, let's see. What is the DAO of a Monday Monkey Spotlight? This is a reminder to all our folks. If you guys are wondering what exactly this is about, this is actually a platform that we've came up with to allow folks to share more about the projects that they're working on, highlighting the builders community within MonkeDAO itself. Build with MonkeDAO as well. It's a grant program. And if you guys are building anything across Solana and you would like to sort of check it out and see if it's eligible for a grant, feel free to click on the link and find out more information on that. Of course, we have Monkey Music, Monkey Ventures as well. Feel free to go check it out. A couple of deals are also getting closed out for Monkey Ventures this week, Cleaner Source Equivalent, and a couple of others. Pretty exciting time. A lot of interesting opportunities popping up. As always, I really encourage everyone to do your own due diligence and always be careful. All right. Alpha Minters, shout out to the Alpha Minters team for always helping us get some of the best alpha, putting it in front of our community members and whatnot. All right, Banana Stand May update. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, we'll have Moon Settler come up and share with us a little bit more about this. And with that, this would be a great time to transition to the highlight of this week, which is the Banana Stand update. If you guys haven't already realized, one of the biggest changes that we've done with this epoch is kind of bringing in proper teams where we can actually have folks, be able to, allocate time properly to build out, what the vision of the DAO is. And a big part of that has been allocated towards the banana stand, and Moon Settler, as well as the team, TWX, Distro, Anonymous, has been doing such a great job. And I want to make sure we bring out Moon Settler to come out and share with us some of the latest developments, as well as dive a little bit deeper into the latest roadmap that, was pushed out recently as well. So without further delay, let's welcome our monkey, Moon Settler. GM.
Hey everyone. So yeah, as Jemmy alluded to, first thing, want to start off with continuing that huge shout out to the team, Anonymous, Distro, and TWX, who really are working really hard behind the scenes to push what we're building forward. And there's a ton of different things that you'll see that are referenced in the roadmap and things that we've discussed within the community. So it's an ongoing iterative process, but yeah, we'll share with you all today a little bit of what to expect and ultimately how we want to ensure that you as community members are a part of the build process and part of giving us feedback, helping us test, helping us continue to evolve and build the best utility and the best features that enhance your experience. So before we do that, I do want to just quickly touch on the May stats report. In May, one of the big callouts that we had is over 30,000 USD value returned to holders. A lot of this obviously coming in the form of the barrels and the market value for those barrels at the time that they are rewarded, as well as we had a few other specific giveaways, such as the SAC spaceships, and Dom offered those the custom animations for the PFPs. In addition to that, we obviously want to continue to provide more variety and provide more opportunities for community members to be able to receive or engage in different rewards that we want to produce through the banana stand. So we have been obviously a bunch of ongoing conversations. There's obviously a lot of budgetary concerns and making sure that we're being prudent, but also making sure that we're allocating budget in a sustainable way to build up that inventory well beyond just the barrels and everything like that. So that's always an ongoing process. So do expect to see more of that. Been talking to the merch team and trying to also get more physical merch items going into that. Banana Stand is going to play a big role in how we do unique drops for merch, for items, for different things. So look forward to that. That's going to be really exciting. In terms of usage and users, May actually did see a small decrease in the amount of unique users in the banana stand. So looking into that, and ultimately that, of course, is tied to our membership numbers. So we obviously want to engage and entice new membership to continue to sign up for the banana stand, and existing members who may passive bananas. But ultimately, at the end of the day, one of the big things we want to do is obviously drive engagement, leverage banana stand to build brand awareness and brand affinity out there beyond our community, and really show what we have to offer. So yeah, that's a high level overview on stats. And now we can go into and chat a little bit about the banana stand roadmap and what to expect coming here soon. So as you all are aware, we recently purchased, or a couple months ago, purchased the banana stand from the Interlace team. And since then, we've been working on setting up a team, onboarding developers, designers, ultimately getting us the foundation for what we need to help push us forward. And ultimately, sorry, I'm just reading some of the comments, see if there's anything for me. No. Okay. The migration from the Interlace team. So that has now been completed. All of our infrastructure and everything is now within MonkeDAO's control. We have all our repos and everything set up. And ultimately, at the same time, we've been working on new updated designs. We've taken in a lot of the feedback and issues that members were having, and try to leverage that into building an enhanced version of the UIs for our membership. So some of the first things that you'll start seeing rolling out in the next little while here, which are currently in development and we do have designs for, which we'll also do reviews with you all here pretty soon, is updated quests. So for quests, that's essentially showing and indicating to you when you earn your daily bananas, what is available for offering, better indications for when you have your Twitter account linked to the banana stand, and the fact that your PFP is earning or not earning, for example. So we do, as many of you probably see, we see in the chats, like people sometimes are like, oh, I didn't get my bananas for my PFP today. And then we have to check in the back end and it's like, oh, actually it did. And maybe it's at a different time, or other times there could be some potential issue. Ultimately providing and driving that transparency to the forefront for all of you to reduce some of that concern is a big part of it, as well as updates to our shop and catalog, the shop catalog and the way that you order. One of the big issues that we know a lot of people have raised is the need to purchase individual tickets for raffles one by one. So, gonna look to address that. And ultimately, everything that we're doing is also setting the foundation for the ability to enable scalable development and design into the future. So in addition to the specific features and the actual UI enhancements that we do for the banana stand, we are also setting a standard for a design system, for example, within the DAO. Ultimately, the way that we build digital products will build upon what TWX is designing and building upon that, as well as a technical infrastructure layer to enable scalable development into the future. So the banana stand and everything, there's going to be obviously features and capabilities rolled out that ultimately you see and feel immediately. But at the same time, we do want to reference that in addition to all that work, there's a ton of stuff happening behind the scene that you may not see and be able to reference as a direct feature deliverable in the moment, but in the longer term, it helps enhance and make sure that we are sustainably building and ensuring that we have a lot of scalability and velocity into the future. So a lot of this is ultimately helping us really set that up. One of the big things we always talk about, or we always reference, is this idea for ultimately in the future, we want to get to this state where Banana Stand is not just simply a rewards platform. It's not just simply a way for you to purchase raffle tickets and direct buys for item giveaways. We have this vision of making it this monkey concierge of sorts, say a digital app experience to essentially manage your full MonkeDAO experience. Along with that, there's obviously going to be a ton of different integrations. As you can see, the roadmap here illustrates migration enhancements, which I talked about, new features going to be coming, which we briefly touched on. We want to take it from just being a simple UI interface and actually Web3ify it, if we want to call it that. But with that, obviously, there's a ton of different integrations that we want to do both on the front end and the back end. So actually being able to distribute items directly through the Banana Stand into an allocated wallet. Obviously, we have other on-chain actions and on-chain integrations within the Monkey ecosystem that we want to integrate here. For example, voting. We obviously are exploring different ways and different things that we can do with when you purchase merch and potentially having a digital reference of that as a form of a CNFT or something, and that getting integrated to your Banana Stand. And after a certain amount of purchases, you can get multipliers for bananas. So a bunch of different cool ideas. If I were to go through the entire list of everything that we have here, probably could go on for a while, but I am always happy to talk to anyone specifically about it if you have specific questions, so don't hesitate to reach out. Ultimately, huge roadmap, a lot of different items. We have a view that is not in the presentation here today, but it is in the announcement that was posted earlier this week with the breakdown of the sequencing of different priorities. And there's going to be different items that come up that we'll want to integrate and have identified within the Banana Stand. For example, one being DJ and Donkey put up that proposal, overwhelming support from the community for something like that. So we are picking up and continuing that conversation. Ultimately, what we need to do is obviously identify the requirements, the scope, and the cost associated with that, and try to allocate it and associate it within our existing roadmap and reprioritize things if so, or bring on additional members or some sort of integrations to accelerate those types of builds. So Yeah, kind of ramble a lot there. So if anyone has any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Always happy to address any questions or have an in-depth conversation about all this. Going forward, what we'll also try to do, especially when we get designs and such coming up, we'll probably jump into like the chill chat or something like that, present them, get community feedback and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I hear it. I have the... Can you hear my sound? Or is that
no, we can. You need to read out what exactly.
I heard it and I thought it was you, but it was my background. Sorry.
I do have it on in my headphones as well, so I'm not sure if it's actually coming through to the screen here. But anyways, yeah, that's the view on the roadmap and everything that we have going on here. So any questions, feel free to reach out. Back over to you, Jemmy.
All right, thanks a lot, Moonsettler. I'm sure this is all very exciting, and again, shout out to the entire Banana Stand team for putting everything together. And that was definitely a mouthful to share with everyone, and I'm sure it takes a while to digest a lot of information. That's why there's the infographic. Highly encourage everyone to go check it out, even if you're listening to this on record as well. Feel free to go check out the dates, and just want to shout out as well, as much as we can dedicate all these resources into building up Banana Stand. And obviously, as we can tell, this is a very, very exciting milestone for us to be able to move forward towards this direction now, especially that we have majority of the resources, infrastructures and systems in place, etc. This Banana Stand platform, the community engagement platform that we are transforming and building, putting in more resources to build out the ultimate vision of it, can only be successful if we have everyone's participation. So we highly encourage everyone, as we continue to iterate, provide your feedback, help us test out the platform so that we can actively work together, side by side, to have this build out in the best version that it can be. All right. So thanks again to the Banana Stand team. We're super excited for this internally as well. Now, next, we also have this very, we really can't wait to share with everyone. And I know that Simon just got back as well for, I wonder what reason that is. And we can have Super Simon up right now to share with us a little bit around the local ambassadors update. GM Simon? GM from Island Town, it seems.
GM.
Simon?
Oops, Simon, are you there with us? Maybe it's the Wi-Fi, because we've been hearing a little bit around Wi-Fi situation. So Simon, do you want to try again? Let us know if your Wi-Fi is back. All right. I guess Simon got suspended as well alongside GME. GME is not the only one that got suspended. Too bullish on this local ambassadors update, it seems. Back again. Let's see, counting once, counting twice. All right, I think we can maybe move forward to...
Oh my God, I got rugged.
All right, is it better now?
I'm back on my phone. So everybody, where did I cut out?
Yeah, actually, I think you cut out right at the transition. Yep, just at the GM.
All I said was GM. Okay.
Or GME.
GM, everybody.
GME.
Sorry about that. The hotel internet's a little bit crappy. Yeah, another week left in MonkeDAO here on the island of Crete in Greece. It has been an amazing experience working with so many teams at the villa here, including Squads, Marinade, Mango, and I think like the Metaplex team just arrived today. It's been great to work with over 100 different people, all working on Solana and launching projects and working together. So great experience. Also, particular exactly what I'm talking about today is local ambassadors update. So a bit of an update on an update of an announcement coming next week. Very happy that we've selected the top 10 cities in the world that we want to have the local ambassador program start with. And we have selected the 10 monkeys that we want to represent those cities. So kind of rolling out the different initiatives and getting the team together, getting the expectations together, understanding the roles that they're going to play and the meetups that they're going to organize. And then basically next week we'll be announcing who those people are, and kind of helping organize all of the Telegram groups coming together. And hopefully we can increase the experience of monkey meetups for monkeys all around the world. And if this is as successful as we think it will be, we will be expanding it fairly quickly past just the 10 cities. What are the 10 cities? So right now we selected 4 in North America, 4 in Europe, and 2 in Asia. So starting from the left-hand side of the map, we have Vancouver, LA, Toronto, New York, London, Madrid/Barcelona, Paris, Berlin, Singapore, and Vietnam. Yes, left-hand side of the map, the typical map with the Western world on the left. Who in New York? So if you want to reach out to Monkey Patrol TSVEC, Trevor, there's plenty of monkeys in New York, so it's hard to select one to represent the community in New York, but reach out to him and he'll kind of get you onboarded into the monkey meetup in New York coming soon, possibly next month. I think that's about it for the local ambassadors update. Stay tuned next week for more detailed announcement. Thanks, Jimmy.
All right, thanks a lot, Simon. It seems like the Island Network is definitely, making things a little bit interesting, but about this is one thing that we've been working on for a while now. We've been very deliberate in our focus on people, betting on people and community. And we believe this is one thing that we've done, always like a little bit better. The fact that we have a very, active community, folks that are very interested in building the connection, and also a very diverse, membership profile, folks who are active builders across the ecosystem, kind of like helping to bridge that gap, allowing relationships to be formed in a meaningful manner, transcending above and beyond just, virtual environments itself. And this, local chapters can help us achieve exactly, what we want to achieve. And although this is just 10 cities for now, we really hope to expand it as much as possible. And, if you guys are aware of any interesting cities that may have a significant size membership, do reach out to us, let us know, let Super Simon know. We hope to expand this progressively into more regions and provide more support and empowering more community members to help, achieve the larger vision, the greater vision that we have lined up. All right. So that's the local ambassadors update. Thank you, Simon, for spending time working on this. And I know Unjust Mouse also helped out a ton in terms of getting this organized. So shout out to both of them. All right, this week also had a couple of interesting partnership update, and let's bring up our super hyper monkey Cersei to share with us what are some of the latest partnerships that went out and how you can participate in them. All right, GM Cersei, or should I say like good night?
GM. I'm not super hyper. What do you mean? Can you hear me? Okay, but anyway, so last week, all of us has been dropped a portal loot box. So the loot box, you can only open the loot box if you go on the portal website. So obviously, I will advise you to transfer it to a burner and then go to the website and claim it. So if you have never heard of Portal before, I've heard that it is an interesting onboarding way of doing it. But yeah, if you're a mega monkey like DJ and Donkey, you have like 60 plus of those loot boxes, and they're like a lot of like wearables for your Portal guy. But yeah, I have a moment. But okay, yeah, and also if you guys have claimed the spaceship on banana stands, those have already been sent to your wallet, and it's been sent in a form of the pass. And these passes are not the spaceship, so you have to claim the spaceship on the SAC website yourself. But once you claim it, you can't unstake it unless you play the game until you're level 1. So once again, I'll suggest you to transfer your claim pass to a burner and then claim it and play on the burner. Yeah, I think that's Oh, is there anything else? We have something super interesting, but we can't share. Like Jerry, about the shoe thing. Yeah, but
Why not?
there are some
You
interesting, but yeah, no, yeah, there are some interesting partnerships that we've been working on, and it looks really cool, and I'm very excited to meet some of our partners tomorrow at GM Vietnam. Shout out to all Vietnam monkeys who have been so welcoming to us and like helping us get our way around here and 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 yeah, tomorrow we have an event with a bunch of like Super Team Vietnam, Zeus, whom we have a partnership with. Congrats to you if you managed to get your white list. And they have also sent us some of their tokens. So I will work with Moon Settler to give out some tokens soon to support them on their beta launch of their tokens. So yeah, she literally want me to knock. But yeah, that's about it for me. I don't have anything. I cannot be too hyper because my mom is in the room. It's so awkward.
That is interesting information. Thank you.
Yeah,
So
because
you
I
asked
mean,
me about the sneakers. Some interesting. Okay, maybe that's too much
What?
information.
that's too much information. Yeah, but it's really pretty. But yeah, that's all from me.
All right, thank you, Susie. Really appreciate it, and of course, never ever trust her if she tells you that she's never hyper, because obviously she is, as is the case as it is the case, every other week, which is great. Thank you, Susie. Appreciate the energy. Next up, we just want to quickly share a little bit about the N01 finance. This is getting prepped up. We had some issues with the Integral platform, unfortunately, but we managed to resolve it. Shout out to Park PUGG. Thank you for the help as always. Towards the end of every month, he's always the monkey, the go-to monkey, the finance go-to monkey, helping us to get all the statements organized. So this is while we have the first draft ready, we are in the midst of reviewing them. Next week we'll be able to share with everyone the sort of end of month for the month of May finance numbers in terms of revenues, expenses, yada yada. All right, so just keep a watch out for that. And also, given that June is now here, we are also in the midst of preparing the next quarter, Q3 2024 sort of budget forecast. And while we expect there to be minimal changes, we are expecting slight adjustments for certain verticals, as we may have already remembered. I think one of the key changes that we have sort of came up with is to reorganize the entire MonkeDAO sort of contributor structure, where we have community, the marketing, innovation and growth. So for example, innovation and growth, we're doing a lot more work in terms of banana stand. We're looking to reallocate a little bit more resources so that we can, help focus on delivering and, shipping the different features that we kind of plan for. And so in that aspect, we expect some adjustments to be made there. But other than that, we do not expect too huge changes. All right, so that's the finance update, just to get everyone up to speed with the latest happenings. And next up, we'll bring up Unjust Mouse to share with us a little bit on some of the proposals that have been happening. And Unjust GM, don't want to spill too much. I would love to have you run us through that.
Thanks, GM. Hope everyone's doing well wherever you are in the world. And excited that it's Friday and ready for the weekend. But other than that, of course, there's always governance things going on. Actually, we've recently had a few proposals that have gone up. One, actually, just as a note, has passed with flying colors. Actually, zero downvotes for Dita and Dalkey's idea of liquidity is for losers. So we are currently discussing with the Banana Stand team on how we can move that forward and get it kind of cooking on the Banana Stand's timeline. But the second one that came up that kind of had a 50-50 that is something that Gibby and I have started discussing probably about a month or so, maybe 2 months ago back, talking about the extension of allowing for executives and for boards, board members to be able to kind of keep their stay going a little bit longer. The idea is that it's a little bit different from what Distro had originally posted, where it kind of had like almost an ad infinitum feeling to it. Gibby and I were working on a version that does not give ad infinitum ability to the executives, but it does give them an opt-in to continue on for a 12-month cycle instead of a 6-month. So that we can kind of continue on what we're doing and then be able to start an election a year in instead of 6 months. That crossover period tends to take a little bit of time. And so we were thinking about how we can make sure that those transitions happen a little bit smoother if an exec wants to continue at least for one more epoch. So be looking out for a proposal that'll come out by next week, most likely, to allow for the extension of exec timeframes so that we can continue the work, or if the board doesn't think that we're doing a job that is sufficient, that our time can also end. So the idea is to put a little bit more on the board of directors, as that's kind of their job, to oversee the DAO and make sure that we're moving forward in a way that's good for all membership. And ultimately, we think that if the executive that is up wants to continue, they should be allowed to at least attempt for that so that they can stay for a full year. And if not, obviously 6 months we can do voting again. As we're a DAO, it's perfectly fine for us to vote on things. And I think that the activity in the DAO is picking up as the market picks up. And so hopefully we'll be able to see that go into fruition and kind of move forward from there. Of course, it'll go as a proposal, so everyone will be able to have their voice heard. We can have discussions about it as well, just like we did with the current one that Distro had up. And hopefully, it'll be something that the membership will be okay with, so that they can get what they want from the DAO. Yeah, I guess that's about it for now. And just be open to see and have a post that's going to go up in the next week about extending the timeframes. Also, I see Cersei's face is all over. I love it. All right. Anyways, Jem, back to you.
All right, thank you, Unjust Mouse. Really appreciate it. This feels like the week of memes, or rather, well, to be fair, every week is like that. We always have some interesting things happening. Sometimes we have like, weird apparels, undergarments slammed with memes and whatnot. This week we have Cersei's face. It's always a fun time joining Monkey Town Hall. So if you're listening to this on record, you need to be in the Monkey Town Hall live. All right, anyway, I'm obviously like getting very distracted here. A little bit emotional, but this is all part of the love and fun. All right, good to hear that, Modest Man. Hopefully that works well. Yes, also just a reminder, I think kind of just want to add on very briefly on Unjust Mouse's comment as well. Of course, the Dijon proposal, it was super interesting to see the overwhelming participation as well. It's really great to see, because a lot of folks are saying NFTs are dead, but instead it is very well alive. Folks are still very interested in participating in the governance process. So that's very encouraging. Shout out to everyone who has contributed to that. Also, I think as part of that itself, our team, the entire team is also coming together to see how we can best support this sort of proposals that have a strong alignment, and perhaps it's something that we can help push through without having to put through a lengthy proposal process. Something that requires a little bit of maybe workshopping, and if everything is good, we can even help to push it through internally without having to put through lengthy proposal process and whatnot. All right, so once that is done, of course, like as Anja said, we'll keep everybody updated. All right, next one is actually related to the GM Vietnam. This is actually the side event happening. If you guys are in town, like Dom and a couple of other amazing monkeys, we saw a couple of very familiar faces as well. We'd love to meet you. We're hosting the side event tomorrow, and that is happening tomorrow evening, Asia time. 7 to 10 p.m. I believe. So if you guys are in town, let us know. There's still the chance to register and join the event. We do have some caps that we're giving out. The cap that we kind of licked it a couple of days back. This is fresh, literally from the factory and whatnot. So you get the opportunity to get hold of it as well. And as we mentioned earlier, APEC Summit is happening from the 20, 21st, 22nd, that weekend in KL, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So if you guys are in town or around the area, we'd love for you to participate in it, because the lineup is definitely getting a little bit more exciting as well, with a lot of amazing folks participating, communities participating as well. A lot of builders across Southeast Asia. We've been very impressed to see, despite markets being cyclical, the amount of activity, the level of activity and builders across Southeast Asia has just been increasing throughout. Super encouraging and super nice to see that. And as part of that, of course, we want to continue to explore how we can best support our community members, especially those who are based across Southeast Asia. And with that itself, APEC Summit, we are hosting one side event with committee, the multi-committee, Ranger Finance, as well as the Coin Hall team. And so this will be 4 teams coming together to host that event. It's going to be a very nice spot right in the city center of Kuala Lumpur. We just secured the place today as well, so we are super excited to see that happen. And yes, if you are interested to see the Cersei meme face in person, GM Vietnam as well as APEC Summit would be great opportunities for you to do so, because Cersei will be there. And we can make sure she recreate this meme face or meme facial expression in person, and have it all recorded down. Now, aside from the side event, APEC Summit, we are also looking to host a monkey brunch. Take note that this monkey brunch will be entirely sort of covered for by MonkeDAO, organized by MonkeDAO. So if you guys are in town in Kuala Lumpur, take note, we're looking at tentatively Saturday brunch timing. We will look to put together a group or something to help organize folks to come together, and that will probably be happening on Saturday, and that will be the monkey brunch. All right. So with that, we have reached the tail end of today's agenda item, and as our usual tradition goes, weekly we come together not just to run through some of the latest DAO updates, but also to try to meet our new monkeys that has just joined the community recently as well. So if we have any new monkeys in the community, right live in the town hall right now, we would love to meet you. I see a couple like Jubru98. I see Paul as well. And if there are more community members who just joined us recently and would love to come out and say hi, we would love to have you come up here. So feel free to tag myself, tag Super Simon. We'll invite you up the stage. Paul, I'm not sure if this is a convenient time for you to speak. Jubru as well. I'm going to send you guys the invite. So if you are available, feel free to respond. And we'd love to have you scheduled up here. Yes. Okay. So I believe we have Paul.
Hi, everyone. Good evening.
GM.
Or GM, rather. I've only got 5 minutes, but yeah, hello, I'm new. It's nice you guys get together each week and do this. I did join a while ago with a Gen 3, but I picked up a Gen 2 a few days ago, and look forward to see what's going on.
All right, welcome to the community. Feel free to let us know how we can, help you acclimatize. Of course, the Discord, sometimes may be a little bit overwhelming, especially if you just joined the Discord recently. Let us know if we can help you, get familiar with the different channels and whatnot. Welcome to the community once again.
Thanks. And yeah, British, not Aussie, but yeah.
Close enough. Lovely.
Thank you.
Yes, PFP. Yeah, welcome once again. I'm very excited to have you here. All right, do we have any more new monkeys in the room who want to come up and say hi? Feel free to give us a quick intro of your background, how you got to know MonkeDAO, or some of the work that you're doing in the Web3 space. We'd love to have you up here. I will continue to click on monkey faces. Say that all right on my ear just once. What exactly is that? 7. All right, what's that? Jammy. All right. Last call. I'm obviously getting very distracted here with these chats. Sometimes, it's nothing serious, but you just like reading through and getting yourself distracted. Part of the fun and game and the weekly retro. All right, let's shout out last call for new monkeys. Any more new monkeys who may want to come and say hi? If not, perfectly fine. We do have some names that I spotted, but maybe not the most convenient times to speak. No problem. I received a DM as well. feel free to come up here. Every week we host this Monkey Weekly Town Hall to run through the latest updates of DAO, and of course, to welcome our new monkeys. If there are, see you at our bedroom in Singapore. Yes, Singapore is definitely heating up. 100 rooms are completely sold out, and we just got requests to, fill up a wait list as well. So we're trying to sort of submit requests to expand another 5 to 10 rooms. And so no promises. I know a lot of folks have reached out. We'll try to see if we can sneak more rooms in. If, it's possible, we'll definitely try to organize it for everyone. All right, more rooms indeed. All right, if there are no more new monkeys, this is now the time to transit to our favorite part of every week's town hall. This is the barrel raffle. So GM Moonsettler, once again, take it away. Please announce that I'm the winner for this week.
All right, GM. So we'll go ahead and get started here with the raffle tickets. So let me start sharing my screen. Everyone can see my screen? Take that as yes. All right, so this week we got through 378 out of the 400 tickets sold. So gone ahead and added all the ticket names here in the Wheel of Luck. So good luck to everyone. We'll go ahead and get started shuffling. And we'll start with picking our first winner for this week. First up, we got Xerox Saffron. Congratulations, that's winner number 1. Next up, we got Crunch 7255. Go ahead and shuffle. Third up, we have Back 38. Congratulations, you're a third winner for this week. Next up, we have, let's see who we got here. Davido. Congratulations, you are fourth winner for this week. And final winner for this week's barrel raffle is Clement. All right, so those are the 5 winners for this week's barrel raffles. As always, we'll double check all the accounts and everything. If we do need any, looks like everybody's there. All right, well, that's it for me. If you didn't win this week, better luck next week. As always, we will have another chance to do this. That's it for me. Back over to you, Jemmy.
Oops, can you hear me? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm back again. Network bad. It seems like all right, congratulations to all the winners. It seems like this was a great week for the fellow winners. We will, of course, be checking through the profile and ensure that members are verified. And of course, this is always the fun part of every week's town hall. Don't be disheartened. Feel free to go, check out the banana stand, especially as it gets reloaded every week. Believe me, we also, you have a good opportunity to make sure that you get hold of them. So yeah, feel free to go check it out. And that's probably the tail end or really the end of this week's agenda item. We are 6 minutes ahead of time. As promised, we will end it earlier so that everyone can jump onto the Roaring Kitty live stream of the GME. As usual, shout out to everyone for taking time out to join us today. We wish you an amazing weekend and have fun spending time with your loved ones. Feel free to send the pump it up vibes. All right, Unjust Mouse is doing it. He's doing it.
You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Up, 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 don't you know? Pump it up. You got to